prime position to deliver for their team at War Games. Great to see them back at doing what they do best, teaming up to decide greatness.
Well, talk about greatness.
Logan Paul, who will be alongside Wade for a guy who is suspended. Drew McIntyre sure is working a lot.
Suspended on SmackDown, not suspended here on Raw. There's a little loophole that the master himself, Paul Heyman, has managed to exploit, and what an acquisition Drew McIntyre was for that War Games team.
And their opponents, the team of the Maverick, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre.
Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, of course, with Logan, he created the chain reaction to War Games with that brass knuckle knockout of CM Punk weeks ago. Perhaps the curious relationship to develop, not just that he's in War Games, but the full acceptance, the full embrace as a member of the Vision.
Now, on paper, pretty much any tag team going up against the Usos, I would say, have a very, very small chance of winning. But these two, McIntyre and Logan Paul, they have tagged a couple of times before, most notoriously at SummerSlam this year, where they defeated Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
Of course, that was back on August 2nd, but you know, you think about it, that's about as big a stage as you can have. So the pressure cooker for Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre to develop chemistry that's needed when you go up against the most experienced and successful of tag teams that the business has ever seen.
I'd argue, though, that Logan Paul doesn't respect many people. I feel like we've seen a different Logan Paul since he started hanging out with Drew McIntyre earlier this year. Logan Paul clearly had the showbiz side of this game down very quickly. I think McIntyre has pulled out a more vicious side of Logan Paul over the past few months, and that will come in handy tonight, and indeed inside the cage at War Games.
Of course, he possesses that titanium reinforced right hand as well, and does he ever know how to throw it? Jimmy and Logan will get us started here. This is the advantage match. The winner here, their team will get the entry interval advantage at War Games, the numbers game, until we get to 5-on-5, and so much damage that can be done before the match starts officially in War Games, with all 10 participants inside the double steel cages.
Yeah, it's that rolling temporary numbers advantage that your team will or will not have, depending on the outcome of this match. So effectively, you can end up 2 versus 1, 3 versus 2, and so on until, as Joe said, the match officially starts at 5-on-5. But crucially, by the time you get to 5-on-5, the match could effectively be over.
That's right.
If one team has completely wiped out the other with the numbers advantage. That's why tonight's match is so crucial to win.
As the Usos look down on Logan Paul.
Can you imagine going back to the locker room tonight to see the remaining 3 guys on your team carrying a big L?
Especially considering who those teammates are. Ooh. The crowd here in Oklahoma City is letting Logan Paul know what they think of him. Men's War Games is set. Survivor Series War Games this Saturday in San Diego. Streaming internationally right here on Netflix.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, I think most of Oklahoma
was that
heard
teeth?
that.
Was that a jaw? Was it a grill in the mouth of Jey Uso?
stepping over him to make the tag with Drew McIntyre.
Smart thing to do. Guard your prey. Don't let him escape. Don't let him scamper over and tag his partner, his own twin brother, Jimmy. Got the upper hand. Make it count. So much riding on this match.
Big chop from Drew.
Everything is big when Drew McIntyre does it. Just grows by the month.
Jay able to turn things around and deliver right hand after right hand. As Drew just collapses into that corner before regaining himself.
Drew McIntyre has no clue where he's at now, heading over to the wrong corner.
Oh, that Uso uppercut.
Not where you want to be. Just instincts aren't working in the mind of McIntyre right now. Needs to get over to Logan Paul and get that tag.
Jimmy comes crashing down.
How effective are the Usos at cutting that ring in half, isolating one opponent and doing untold damage in it. Drew McIntyre has had countless problems with the Usos and the rest of the bloodline over the past several years. That was probably the beginning of Drew McIntyre's mental spiral from which he's never quite recovered.
He has spent a lot of time analyzing and discussing that. Big kick from Logan Paul.
Rhythm between McIntyre and Logan Paul, though. It's so impressive to have built that so quickly. Two guys that I don't think had spoken to each other before about 6 months ago. These insults are just like an energy boost to a man like the Maverick Logan Paul. Completely backfiring on this crowd.